This is Morten from Inkish here from Printing United in Las Vegas, and I am so pleased to talk to my good friend Holly from IST Intech.
Yes.
It's always had to remember the IST. You have the Metz and you have the Intech, and I mean, I know what it is.
We're all part of the same family.
That's right, yeah. And you, by all means, is the UV lady, right?
Yeah, I'm the LED lady. I mean, really, I'm a print digital girl, really.
A digital girl, okay,
yeah.
okay, fantastic.
Now I'm in the LED UV world, so so it all comes together in the end.
But I guess that is not a bad way to present yourself, because I mean, I think you're very involved. I see you at future print conferences, giving presentations both here and in Europe, and I see you also at almost every trade show. You know, I mean, you must be very busy, right?
Yeah, that's kind of my job at the company. Really, is to focus on getting us out there, getting us our brand, raising our brand awareness, you know, talking at these events, giving presentations, talking about our technology, but also learning about what else is going on in the market, and so we can move with the market as well. So that's kind of where I fit in.
When I think about, sorry, the LED UV market, it is seems like a very interesting market from a consumer I talk about the printer perspective, because it is actually a technology that is evolving a lot these past years, but it's also given a lot of competition, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But I think that when I think of IST and IST Intech, I think that the split of having, let's say, finished solutions versus having the integrated solutions that you provide, it must be a good mix.
Yeah, so IST Intech, we're coming traditionally from digital printing, and that's still kind of our heart, and we still focus a lot on that. But as you said, it's really the development in different industries, not just the print industry. We also do a lot in adhesives. There's a composite show going on at the moment where we're also present at. So it's really at the beginning of the story of LED, but that does bring more and more competition, more and more suppliers of LED, and so as we move forward, we have to really keep up with technology developments. We have to really think about, okay, what can we do to make this product special? What can we do to make it useful also for the integrators and the printers?
A little bit later in a second take, we will talk about some of the things you're doing on that one. I'm a little bit curious, since we are here at Printing United, before we talk about the market opportunity, is this like a typical place for IST Intech to promote? Because I mean, it's a very broad show, right?
Yeah. So typically, you know, our customers are also exhibiting here. So our customers are the machine builders. So we're not getting, obviously, the end users coming up typically and buying a LED curing system. But the US for us is a really developing market. We've really been quite aggressive in coming over here. We do have some strong competition, but you know, we're not afraid of that. We have a good product, so we're really focusing on America at the moment, and hence why, we might not, you know, it's more of an end user show really, but it makes sense for us to have presence to show also OEMs that we're not working with, that we're here. So it's really important.
That I get, and I think also that IST as a brand is becoming a strong brand in general, and I think that I think we see sometimes in the industry that also the print buyers are, when they buy, let's say, a printing press, that they have requirements of what types of lamp they want to have on the machines, right? So I think that from a branding perspective, I think it's super great, right?
And that's for our sister company, IST Metz and IST America. That's really important for them because they're a Heidelberg press, for example. They, you know, the customer can really choose what UV is on there. I mean, for our machine builders, typically digital printing at this event, they really have to integrate the lamp into part of the process, and everything has to be completely tailored to fit the ink and the print head speed. So you get less of that in the digital print.
But so talk about IST Intech here in America. I mean, America is huge, but I guess that since this is very tailored solutions, I guess still your size is maybe an advantage because it makes you extremely agile, supporting your customers in developing the combination of the ink, the controller software, the lamps, etc., into integrated solutions, right?
Yeah, exactly. And what really has been really great in the US is people are really happy to have kind of a consultative sell. So, you know, to really, they appreciate the technical knowledge. And especially, it's been amazing traveling here in the last 1.5 years and seeing how many new machine builders there are and how many people are you know, bringing manufacturing back to the US. And yeah, and they're the guys that really appreciate our knowledge in the digital printing world, because we don't just have knowledge about UV curing, we also have knowledge about applications, you know, different print heads. We can also make recommendations with other partners. So that's been really, really successful for us here. So we love making collaborations with other.
And I guess when you're participating, for example, some of the industrial inkjet print events like the Future Print I spoke to you about before, here you often see both ink manufacturers, really deep nerds like some of our friends, right, from that really goes into depth of the viscosity of inks to implementation to the controller technologies to the cleaning. I mean, so that is like all the components that are needed for the ones that are building the machines. But I guess that also opens like, it's a kind of a closed loop, right? So sometimes I guess that you want to break out of that and see if you can get more new customers, right?
Yeah, for sure. But it is very, you know, if you look at the UK or the European inkjet sort of world, it's very close-knit. We all know each other a lot. In the US, they don't really have this kind of heart and hub yet of industrial inkjet applications. There's some events and there's great events, but you know, they don't have quite this network and this exchange as we do in Europe with sort of Future Print.
So Psycho Instruments, they also have like these events
open days. I mean, in August, I was at one in Atlanta, company called GSI and People and Technology. They hosted a really technical conference, and they offered this without payment, because they really want, you know, people to come together and to form a stronger network here for industrial inkjet.
Did that help you, or that event?
I mean, any event I think is great. I mean, you can't beat events in some way, as long as you know you have as long as
there's one interesting person, right?
Yeah.
For you guys, it's because I mean, when you have a relationship, it's not selling one lamp. It's typical having a relationship that leads to the next, right?
Yeah, and I think the stronger and the more exchange you have within an industry, the faster we develop. You know, ultimately the goal is to push industrial inkjet into other applications where they're, you know, it's, of course, you don't want to replace traditional print, you know, and that really was, I think, our mistake at the beginning.
Oh, because we went too big.
We went too big. You know, we went too big trying to replace it. But no, actually, you want to find those niches where it works, and you see that a lot here with this small direct-to-container printers. Really, you know, this is low to mid-volume, small runs, promotional items, and inkjet has found its place there. Whereas, you know, maybe at the beginning they were trying to replace whole bottling lines and whole filling lines. Whereas, you know, I think that's
makes sense. Last question here. IST America, do they actually support your customers on both the IST Intech and the IST Metz, so they cover the entire IST family, or?
So we work in collaboration with IST America. They support us in this market, obviously. It's their home turf. We have distribution through that they're handling out of their offices. And we collaborate on many projects together. But yeah, I mean, we're from the digital world, so we're here to support that growth here. And there's no reason why they won't push further and further into that market as well in the future. But LED is everywhere, and so we support them in other applications as well that they're working on.
Fantastic. Holly, good talking to you. Now we're going to the party, right?
Yeah, it's Vegas.